Hi everyone, nice to see you all again. I just wanted to do this vlog today to talk about RevChris Oldham, my tutor, and to talk about her latest creation with the angels that she's devised, that are the Heaven in a Bottle angel song essences. Okay, I'll just put it to the camera so you can see. Okay, now alright, the writing's backwards, but I spoke to Chris about this in the beginning when she first suggested that she were going to do it, and that her toning that she does, that sound that she can't control when the angels take over her voice box, so to speak, and she brings a tone through. She first described in the beginning how she wanted to put this into like a gem essence, or it's not a gem essence elixir, it's an angel song essence. Okay, so when she tones, all the frequencies and all the energy from the angels are transmuted into this water. So essentially it's holy water. Okay, now before I even knew I wanted to try this, I dreamt of Chris toning, and she was toning for me. She was doing my essences. Now in the dream I dreamt of her in her living room. I've never seen it. I've never seen it at all. It was like I was remote viewing while I was like an out-of-body experience, like remote view. It's like I was remote viewing her doing my song essence, and she was toning, but she was using a mandolin. Now I explained this to Chris the other day, and I said I can only think that was Angel Israfel, who is used throughout the process of these angel song essences. That was his interpretation in the dream. That's how I saw him, like her use of an instrument, when really her instrument is her voice and her angelic connection. And I didn't even know I was going to have these until I had that dream, and I've had some things to face. Now I've chosen the I Love My Body gem essence, angel song essence, and the I Love Myself. Okay, now what I want to show you today is how to use them, and talk a little bit about Chris's work in producing them. Okay, it's not a hard sell. I just want to talk about it because I find it interesting, and it's very, very helpful as well. With these angel song essences, the potency is unbelievable. When I first received them in the post, I couldn't wait to get them open. I couldn't get the box open quick enough. And on the back of it gives you instructions. Now each gem angel song essence is made to your specific requirements. Okay, like when I do a reading, either with the person in front of me or when I do an email reading, I do a prayer that brings my client into the heart light temple that I connect to, that I work with the angels through. Okay, so your name is used, and the intention of what you're needing this for is also in the whole prayer and in the whole description of what Chris does to bring this to you. Okay, and how she does her thing to create this angel song essence for you, much like when I do a reading, or when Chris does a reading. So depending on your need and your specific requirements at any one time, the directions for this is use 1 to 4 drops orally in a cold beverage, you know, or 1 to 3, you know, sorry, start again, I'm making a right mess of this. 1 to 4 drops orally, like directly onto your tongue or into a cold drink, or water or whatever, up to 1 to 3 times a day. Okay, I can't even read it without it in front of me. You don't specifically put the dropper onto your tongue. Okay, because these angel song frequencies are created for us, and it's holy water. If it touches your tongue, it's taking all those thoughts, feelings, energies back into this lovely clean bottle that is everything that can help you with those things that are inside of you at the moment that you want to try and help, okay? So never let the dropper touch your tongue if you're taking them directly onto your tongue, okay? Now, when I got the bottle open, when I got into the box and I got the bottle open on the first day, I took 3 drops into a glass of water. Oh my God, it blew my head off, okay? If you're sensitive and you know your body, you will notice the difference with how this makes you feel, okay? It's lucky I had time off and that I didn't need to be anywhere, because I didn't feel as though I was able to function properly. In all honesty, and I've said this to Chris and I'm saying it to you because I'm being honest, I felt half cut, okay, because of the potency of the angelic frequencies that I could feel through taking it. So it's really, really strong stuff, okay? Now, what this seeks to do for you is like, I've been taking it for a fortnight now. I've been taking 2 drops of this once a day and 2 drops of this once a day, okay? There might be a need to step up the amount of times I take it a day, or the amount of drops I take in one hit and take them so many times in the day. Now, what this has done for me is I love myself, okay? Everybody struggles with the good that they can see inside themselves, okay? And it's very easy to say, yeah, thanks for the compliment, but you don't really take it on board. You don't really acknowledge when someone's giving you a compliment, or when they're praising you for helping them see something inside themselves that that you're trying to help them with. And same can be said for the way that we look at ourselves and we criticize ourselves constantly when we're doing our thing in our normal day-to-day lives. Same with the I love my body, okay? I'm trying to get fit at the moment because I put too much weight on and I don't like myself. I love my body, I love myself, okay? Apart from that, many of you won't be aware that I suffer with Tourette's, okay? When I'm doing my work, spiritually speaking, my tics are so decreased because I'm in my element. I'm doing what I'm spiritually aligned with doing. I'm in line with my divine purpose. And to be quite honest, and this is no supplement for the doctors. I'm going to say it right now, and it says it on the leaflet when Chris sends you the material. It's no substitute for a doctor's appointment. If you have issues, you go to the doctor. It's not a replacement, but it is a wonderful accompaniment to your spiritual hygiene and your spiritual practice, okay? Now, having Tourette's isn't easy, okay? And it's very, very difficult to like the look of myself when I'm ticking, and when I have really black days, and when I have days where I think, Christ, who come near me, that does go through my head constantly. And now, if I'm going to practice what I preach, I need to help myself. This for me is helping me deal with me, and helping me deal with some of the situations in my life that I'm having trouble with, and that need to go up for healing, that need to leave me because they don't belong with me. They belong to yesterday's version of me, because we're all growing, So if you're serious about facing some of your issues and facing yourself about how you want to be and how you want to live, this is brilliant, okay? And it's coming from the horse's mouth. I'm taking it, and I think it really helps me face me. Now, the I love myself, that ties in massively with the Tourette's, okay? Because there's a whole host of problems holding me back. Confidence, lack of self-esteem, everything that I talk to you about on my page and in these vlogs, I'm having a good hefty dose of my own medicine, okay? I'm not going to tell you something that I don't believe in. And when I say on my page and on these blogs that I'm doing what I can to help you see that you can do what you can for yourselves, I'm also doing it as well, okay? Now, the I love my body comes in line again with the Tourette's, because it makes me do weird and wonderful things, and I might jerk, and I might tick, and I might have a guttural noise, and and I might come out with something that I really don't want people to hear, because I can't control it sometimes. Okay, well, all the time I can't control it, but you know, bad language and all, that's it's not the primary function of Tourette's, and I'm not giving you a lesson on it because it's not about me, it's about us, this vlog that I'm doing. But it's all part and parcel of, you know, the big box you don't want to take the lid off. Okay, now what it's also helping me with as well, okay, is that there's been a few toxic people in my life of late, okay, that I've deleted out of my life. Okay, it's been hard, it's been heartbreaking, and it's been bloody difficult to know whether it was me or it was them. Okay, and what we do when we take on other people's crap, when we're not shielding and we're not protecting like we need to be, we often take on the blame for ourselves like it was ours to begin with. If someone's done something to you that you don't agree with, and you find yourself pulling away from somebody because it really doesn't resonate with who you are, and you don't see yourself that you've got out in common with that person anymore, and you don't want to be like that, and you separate yourself, sometimes when it all goes tits up and it gets all nasty and it goes all black and difficult for a time, and they hate you and you hate them, or hate's a strong word, but you know where I'm going at. When it comes down to it, we don't like them, and we don't like what we're seeing, and we don't want to become them, so we draw away. Okay, they could think that about us as well. But sometimes if they've done something to you that isn't kind, that isn't nice, and you know that they've done you wrong, but you're still criticizing and asking yourself, were it me? Sometimes we can take on that garbage and let that affect us for the rest of our days, until we recognize that actually I need to let that go. And sometimes that can be a past relationship, that can be a marriage, that can be the father of your children who you're no longer in contact with, that can be a best friend who smited you, that can be a family member that doesn't want to understand. You feel that you're blocked and that you don't have any effect and any meaning in their life. All of these different things. Okay, I had a meltdown on Sunday because some of this came up and reared its head at me. Stuff I've been hanging on to that wasn't mine to hang on to, wasn't my I'm going to say trauma, because that's what it is. It's emotional trauma. It wasn't mine to hold on to. It wasn't there because I needed to blame myself for it. Okay, if it was me that had caused that to me, fine, I'll deal with that. But it's other people affecting you, and you taking on the burden of that. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to put it in as plain English as I can do, because sometimes it's difficult when I know what I'm going on about in my own head, and I just hope that I'm putting it across to you. I hope that you're understanding it, and that's not to be patronising either, but sometimes I can get a bit muddled with what I'm saying. But the heart of it is, you know, when you took something on that isn't yours to take on, that is nothing to do with you really underneath it all, and it's everything to do with them, because that's the behaviour that they're displaying, that you're like, oh, I don't want to be around that. That's their beef. Okay, what these gem angel song essences have done for me is they've subtly worked on my biospheres and my light bodies and my energies, and they're working behind the scenes all of the time. They're in my system, okay, to help bring up these issues that need healing. So on Sunday when I had this meltdown, I was angry, I sobbed my heart out, and it, you know, it was involving somebody I loved very dearly who died, and all the things surrounding that person and issues unfolding after his death. It was like the first day after his funeral, when you wake up and you think, Jesus, is this real? For a split second it feels like it hasn't happened, but then you come to that realisation that actually, God, I've got to face this. It's not going away. This has happened, and that loss and that smack in the face just got me on Sunday, and I was like, where has that come from? you know. And I spoke to Chris because I'm not the be all and end all, I'm not the know-it-all. I need guidance too, and I bring that guidance that I've been given to you today, and I hope that I'm helping you in understanding what these can help you face in your life. Chris is brilliant. She knows everything there is to know about angels. She's just so informative and understanding, and she will help you create a angel song essence for you to face your fears and your uphill battles in your life. If you really want to deal with your shit, she can help you. Apologise for my little swear words and things, but you know what, anyone that knows me, I keep it real, okay? Sometimes there's no way of getting around saying it how it really is, so this is me saying it how it really is, okay? They really punch you and they really do sift the crap out. You know, if you don't want something in your life, these are all about bringing it up for healing, bringing it up in front of your face for you to take the opportunity and deal with it, okay? It's not saying that you're going to have a meltdown in the middle of Sainsbury's and that, you know, you can't drive for tears. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if you want to overcome some of the struggles in your life, it will bring about opportunities to help you get over the humps in the road, okay? I think it's brilliant. Like people know from looking at my page, people that don't know me from looking at my page that might see me on YouTube, I'm a professional angel communicator and a spiritual healer, and the potency that this has given to me in my general overall angelic connection has been wonderful, because, you know, not only is the essence I love my body or I love myself, not only is the essence what it is, but as well as that, Archangel Michael has been anchored into these essences to serve as an extra protection when you take them, okay? So like when I took my first 3 drops in my pint of water and it blew my head off, okay? It was strong. It knocked my head off. I can't say it any other way than that. You know, but the thing is, with Archangel Michael being anchored into these essences as well, it helps you keep your feet on the ground, okay? Don't take all 4 drops at the same time. You'll need the day to recover, because the next day I was getting over it, because it really affected me, because of my, what am I saying here? Because of my vibration, because of it being so high, I felt it immediately. I felt it within 5 minutes. That's not to say that yourselves might not feel it, or you might feel it, you know. Nobody is beneath me, and I'm not above anyone else. We're all the same, okay? We all have a vibration. It just depends how high you are resonating at that moment in time, okay? If you have a moment of clarity, or you suddenly, you know, you're praying and you just feel extra connected, or you feel, you know, you're really feeling the love, this might hit you like a ton of bricks. If you're having a really crap day, blah blah blah, you take this, it might not touch you. It's where you are at that point in time, okay? Your vibration is your vibration, but it can change. It can change like your aura, it can change like your mood, where your mood is your aura at that moment in time, you know. But what I'm trying to get at is, you know, the more light you anchor into your life through prayer and affirmation and meditation, the more likely you will feel the effects of this, okay? Because I do what I can do. I'm very lucky that I got to feel its effects. It's punchy. If you take this angel song essence in a pint of water or any receptacle, it doesn't have to be a pint of water, you don't want to be on the toilet all day. What it does is, when you put the dropper, you know, when you put your drops into the water, it absolutely amplifies the effect in that water. And like Chris was telling me yesterday, it's almost as though you're taking the master copy, the master version of the essence that she's made without the preservative in it. So if you're taking it in the water, it's like bang, you're getting a massive hit of the purest sort of hit, okay? When we take it directly on the tongue, it is preserved inside a vinegar. So if you like vinegary things, it's great. If you don't, you might not get on with it, but it don't matter. But as people might know, vinegar is a preservative, it can't go off. This is holy water at the end of the day, and it serves you. You know, if you take it and the intention is there, well, you're going to get the effects one way or the other, because you don't have to believe in it necessarily for it to work, because it will work regardless. But free will is involved. If you want to work on it and you want these essences, you can get your hands on them and they will work. Now, Chris told me it's best to leave them in the fridge, you know, just so that you know that they're protected and, you know, they're being stored at the correct temperature, whatever. But really, honestly and truly, it doesn't matter whether you leave them out on the side or in the fridge, but it's preferable in the fridge. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I use them, okay? Now, the very fact that the I love my body and I love myself is on the bottle, when you put anything, when you put a label onto a bottle and you put like love or I love myself, like this one, or gratitude, and you can put it on a piece of paper and you can wrap sellotape around the bottle, that water will actually take on the properties of the words that you've written on it, okay? I've got a fantastic book that goes into water crystals, and it shows you what it looks like under a microscope when a water crystal has got hate written on the bottle, and what love on the bottle does to the crystals. It absolutely makes beautiful crystals when the words are positive, and it makes ugly crystals when the words are negative, okay, like anything. So when you talk to your plants, even, I know this is going off tact a bit, but when you talk to your plants and you've just watered them, imagine what you're doing for those plants. They'll thrive. And I've actually done that as a little exercise for me, and it's amazing, okay? Because as they're taking in the water, you're talking to the water. That is a vibration that is carried through that water to that living thing, plant, vegetable, mineral, animal, is taken directly to that being, to that existing living thing, and it's been imbued, okay, with those loving words, okay? So like Chris taught me, okay, so I know, because I've doused to see how many drops I need. I know that I need 2 drops, and I only need it for one time in the day at the moment, okay? That will change, because as things are coming up for clearing, more things are going to come in. Bigger things, nastier things, uglier things. We've all got those skeletons in the closet that we need to deal with, that we say, oh, I'm going to push that back until I deal with that. Maybe I'll be ready in 20 years to face what's been going on. Don't wait to face it, guys, because it only seeks to hold you back, okay? So this is the I love my body, okay? So I love my body, I love my body, I love my body, and so it is. You can't undo that, because you've said the words. It is what it is. It's an affirmation, but then you're taking in the frequencies of the angels that have been honed in this holy water, okay? So got my dropper, okay? So directly onto the tongue without letting it touch your tongue. And that's me for the day, okay, with that one. Until tomorrow. The next one is I love myself, okay? I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, and so it is. If you get tearful, let it out, okay? Because things come up for a reason, okay? When we cry, that's healing, we need to let it out. I had the whole day on Sunday doing that, okay? It wiped me out. I was exhausted from it, and the next day I was shattered, you know, because it's exhausting work. You know, the energy that we put into these kind of situations, imagine what it takes out of us, okay? Okay, so again. think I got 3 then. Oops. Don't worry if you do overdo it. It's, you know, you're not gonna come into any harm by maybe going an extra drop, okay? If you do it by accident, that is, don't worry about it, okay? So that's me for the day. If you miss a day, it doesn't matter, because the properties and the energies that are intermingling with your vibration at present are still going to be in your system, okay? They're still going to be present in your system. So you think, oh God, you know, we're going away for the weekend and you can't take it with you, or you feel stupid because you've got folk visiting and you don't know, you don't want to do it in front of them or whatever. Take something to the bathroom. Or if you miss it for a day, don't sweat about it. It's absolutely fine. But I wanted to show you that because I want you to know that, like yourselves, when we've got things to deal with, I'm dealing with my crap, okay? They're brilliant. They're brilliant to use, okay? I've got a lady coming to see me tomorrow and we're going to discuss that. She's already started using the angel song essences. But it doesn't matter if you don't feel anything in the very beginning, okay? Sometimes you're not meant to feel anything, but the very fact you've took it upon yourself to try and do something to bring these issues about so you can release them for healing, the angels want you to help them to help you, okay? And if you're watching this video and you're feeling excited about this and you're thinking, wow, I really want to try that, get in touch with Chris and I'll give you your details in a moment. But try it, because when you are excited about something, that is the angel's way of telling you that something is right for you, that it fits. It'll be no mistake to people who's watching this video that their angels are guiding them at the moment to get things out the closet and get them dealt with, okay? Because every nasty situation and every shitty occasion that we've lost it with ourselves and blamed ourselves while we know the other person or other situation that's affected us is walking by oblivious and they're all great and you're stuck with the heartache, that really weighs heavy emotionally and spiritually, okay? And that rubbish needs getting out. It needs getting outed. If it isn't yours to carry, why are you carrying it? Okay, it's very easy for me to sit here and say this, but hey, I'm working on it. I have got shit to do, okay? But you know, I wanted to bring that to you because I'm so impressed with how it's helping me at the moment face some of the issues in my life, okay? No one's got it easy. No one's got it easy, okay? If you're judging yourself at the side of someone else, don't. They are not on the same path as you. You are unique in your own way to you. So just appreciate that everyone is on their path, but everyone is capable of doing something to help themselves, okay? If you're interested and it excites you and you think, oh, I can't wait, I wonder what, I wonder what that's going to do for me, give it a try. They're $20 a piece, which is nothing really, and it's a 10ml bottle and it's going to last you forever. Think about it, she's filled it right up to the brim, okay? 1 or 2 drops a day for a beginner. Jesus, it's going to last forever. And it is, because it's got the preservative in it. It's not going to go off, okay? For as long as you require it, it is there, okay? So it's a 10ml, I think it's a 10ml bottle anyway. I might be wrong, but I think it's 10ml. So yeah, and it lasts forever. I'm going to give you Chris's details. Forgive me, I'm going to look at my phone because I don't know it off the top of my head. Okay, right, it is Chris at divine-interventions.net. Okay, you can find her on the internet as RevChris Oldham. And what I'll do is I'll put some stuff up on my page beneath the vlog with her details, should you need to contact her. If you don't want to go direct to Chris, let me know and I'll talk to Chris on your behalf, but you will need to communicate with her at some stage if you decide that you want to try these angel song essences, because she needs to know what it's got to serve for you, what you need to tackle, and what the best angel song essence is for you at this moment in time. I hope that's been helpful, and I hope that you just take it with a pinch of salt where I've said no onus. It's not a hard sell, it's just what I'm doing, and I want to help you to try and discover ways of helping yourself. So Until the next vlog where I talk about the other archangels, I will see you. Have a lovely day.